Today program, we're fixing to get into our newsmaker segment this morning. I will tell you we're at about 32 degrees right now. Afternoon high is going to be in the lower 40s. You just heard Patrick. Cold weather for today, warming up just a little bit on Friday is in the forecast. We're now 39 minutes after the hour. Our newsmaker segment this morning, we of course on Thursdays talk about county government out of Dade County. You got Dade County Executive Ted Rumley in the studio with us. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Doing fine. It's cold out there this morning. Sure.
It's middle of December,
So it's time. We're due.
Time for that not to be happening. You got two or three things going on. You've got the finalization of a new ambulance service that's going to be provided. And before we talk about that, because it would be a good lead-in, but as of this morning, the first vaccinations for healthcare workers at Memorial Hospital will take place today.
That's what
They've got they just released the fact that they've got the doses, and a little bit later on this afternoon they're going to start administering those to the healthcare workers there on the front line. So that's good news.
That's good news. That's good. That's I'm not. It'll be interesting to see the real schedule. As far as how it goes down. You look at the federal and look at the news on TV and all of how who gets it first right on down and all that. And it's going to be interesting to see just how many people will actually take it. There's a lot of people skeptical out there because they don't know really what don't have a track record. And it could be kind of scary for people, but.
And I know that the schedule is all of, or at least they're going to try, all nursing home will have add the vaccine by the end of the year.
Yep, that's what I understand.
They're doing the healthcare workers and the folks that are confined inside the nursing homes across the country. So hopefully, and of course they've been the heaviest hit. There's no doubt here locally we've had a great number of folks test positive at one time throughout the latter part of the year at our local nursing home, and so they're going to that's going to be one of the priorities, is getting the nursing home patients inoculated with this vaccine by the end of the year.
That's true. But it's just, thank goodness it's here. And we've talked about it now for all year long, or for the last. For months and months and months, and so it's a reality, and let's just hope it works. They say it's in the 90s, as far as 90%, 96 or 98%. They're sure that it'll take care of it. And from what I understand, it is a two-part shot. You get one, and then you wait X amount of days or weeks, and then you go back and get the other. So, and I understand, from listening and reading a little bit, the second shot you take, to expect some sickness, from what I understand, it's a possibility you might plan on taking a day off from work because there's a lot of people, evidently, from the people that they had experimented on or whatever, that it does have a little side effect there on the second shot.
Isn't that normal for all vaccines, though?
Some people
get a slight symptom.
Some people, even flu shot.
Right.
Some people don't even bother at all.
Right.
And some people, they'll have a fever, but I always seem like, you're going to have it. One of the things was, you're going to have soreness, and it does hurt. You'll have.
It's been so long, it seems like it has been months. Yeah. But you actually had the antibodies when you.
That's what they said. Tested. That's what. When I back after March, April, I think it was like May. We went over to the other side over to Lafayette there, and were tested, and it came back that I'd had it, in the months before, supposedly, because I did have that particular antibody in my blood. So I don't know. I don't know what that. I know what it means, but I don't know. I don't think they still know whether you can get it twice or not. I don't know. I still worry, just like everybody else. And
I guess you could always take a second test before you had the vaccine to see if you still got the antibody.
That's true, and that's what I thought I would do. It's just because Robert also, he tested, and Lamar. It showed that we and Alan came in later that day, or I think it was Lamar came in because we kind of went over one at a time. I think, but anyway, it is what it is. And we'll just, I think that's what I'll do though. Before I'll be tested, not I think I'll go ahead and have a blood test. I mean that way, because that's what that.
I mean,
was
obviously, the vaccine is trying to give you antibodies.
That's
where
what
you
it
can
does.
Fight it off.
Just like
and
the
if
flu.
you've already got it, then
I know it. That's
so,
true.
But anyway, that's I'm sure that's going to be brought up, and people are going to talk about that. But we segue out of the first healthcare workers at Memorial and into the fact that Memorial is going to be taking over ambulance service in Walker County, and now it appears it's going to be moving forward in Dade.
Well, we're moving that way, right now. We did have a meeting, Alex, myself, and Robert, with the Mr. Puckett, last week. Well, this week actually, it's Monday, and they came and wanted to talk to us, and we explained to them, where we were at. They want it to be a smooth transition. They did go over, the reason that they didn't bid, and all, and we were in there about an hour and a half, and it was a good meeting. And there's no way that they could actually furnish us ambulances we're going to have, according to them, and actually with the cost that we're going to be expending now, So it was a good meeting, and they're all on board to help us any way they can, and as they are Walker or anyone, because they're still going to be in business, in Sequatchie, in the Sequatchie Valley. They cover all that, Marion, all the way up through there, and in the Chattanooga area, and from what just so it's going to be hopefully a smooth transition.
And of course, Puckett is a nationwide company.
Well, Puckett's not, but the company that actually bought them.
What I'm saying, they're owned by.
They're owned by all the way from California or Nevada, all the way through. We found that out when we started meeting with them over there. They had actually the person, the CEO of the company, come into those meetings back a year ago. We started meeting with them, and that's what brought us to where we're at today, because we had 3 or 4 meetings, and we seen that that this next contract was going to be just way out there, as Walker County found out. They went from paying like $250,000 a year to $1.3 million, a year, so that's how much it. So anyway, I feel good about it, and we've got and supposedly there after the 4th year, or maybe the 3rd or the 4th year into this contract, Memorial will absorb the whole thing, take it over, just
now,
take the whole.
I know that you said last week that you thought there was going to be a special call meeting before the end of the year.
We're waiting on the attorneys. That's we're ready. All commissioners. I don't think any of them have any traveling plans, to go out of the country or anything. We're all going to be close, and
right.
And just as soon as they get to a point where they say, okay, we need to do this, then we're ready to call a meeting, because we can do that within 24 hours, 48 hours, Just we'd have to notify the press and all that. So. But that's what we're waiting on.
County Road 6 continuing while the gap there looking positive, hopefully.
Oh yeah, they're drilling. They were drilling yesterday up there and day before, and pouring concrete. So as long as it don't get down frigid and the weather just gets so inclement, to a point that it's just pouring down rain, they're working right on. And thank goodness Georgia Power got their stuff taken care of, and they went right on through there, and so we're on schedule with it, so it's going good. Yeah.
What else is going on? I know that you're prepared because you talked about it last week. Prepared for the winter weather that we could be getting over the next 6-8 weeks.
That's true. Well, what I want to mention too. We were talking about. I heard you a while ago, and of course the sheriff's closed the lobby down, but we have driver's license coming Monday. And what we'll do,
which is inside
that part, but we're going to actually, we'll have to rope off what we need to, because those people, they make their own. I mean, if they shut it down themselves, that's them. That's what happened before. The Department of Travel Services shut their own, did their own thing, but we furnish them that inside. That's their little world in there. That's nobody goes in there and nobody comes out during the week. So what we'll do, I'm gonna get on that this morning. We'll just have to barricade the rest of the sheriff's office off, in the halls, I guess, and because that we can fix a direct route from the outside directly into the driver's license area there. So
Yeah, a lot of people, especially here at the end of the. Of course, a lot of it's around your birthday when you
That's
get
true. That's true.
redone. So there's always folks having birthdays.
Yeah.
So,
but a lot of people depend on that. I mean, if you've ever been up and
because
get
they're
your
only here
license,
2 days a month.
I'm telling you, yeah, 2 days a month, and it's there's a lot of people come from Walker, and because we're the only, I said this last week or whatever. I mean, we're the only Monday, we're the only place open in the whole state of Georgia on Monday to do your license. I mean, to actually get your license, and reason being is it was a partnership through years ago with the lineman school and us Dade County government, and we go together and we split that cost, and so that's why we've got it. Other than that, they'd pull up tomorrow. They didn't, because that's the days that all state drivers license facilities are closed, is Sundays and Mondays. So we get people from other parts too, but mainly Dade Countyans and in our area here. So it's pretty important to keep that thing going.
Well, it'll be Monday. Now, I guess we need to go over, as of today, the Sheriff's Department's lobby is closed, so you can't get into the Sheriff's Department as of today or tomorrow. But Monday, you're going to make it, if you go to, not to the Sheriff's Department, but if you go to get your driver's license, there's going to be an avenue for you to be able to go in and out to that location.
The only reason not is if they cancel.
Right.
That we're at their mercy. Yeah, if they come in and they say, okay, we're closing Northwest Georgia testing or whatever, that's their call. But as long as they're coming, we're going to make a place for them to go in. Yeah.
All right, and then speaking of testing, the COVID-19 continues on Wednesday. I know yesterday, quite a line, and the really cars are coming from all over. I mean, it's not just Dade County folks getting in line.
That's true.
I was noticing yesterday they were backed up almost on Crabtree Street out to Highway 11.
Out to Highway 11 now. There, when they first opened up, they were. And it slacked up during the day, but there was a constant flow all day long of people coming in.
And I think people need to realize, especially employers are saying, okay, you need to go get a test before you come back to work and this type of thing. And on Wednesday, we're the only place that is open in Dade, Walker, and Catoosa.
That's right, in the three counties.
That's the reason you see not only, you may see a Catoosa County tag or Walker County tag or
that's right.
In there, because they're having to come somewhere to get a free test.
That's right.
Before they can go back to work. Yeah. So. And the same goes for Walker. Like tomorrow or today, Walker is open. Folks in Dade County can go over there. You don't need to wait till next Wednesday.
No, if it's really bothering you, you want to get tested, you can drive across the mountain and go through there. It's free. It's
Catoosa or Walker.
Catoosa or Walker.
Right.
Yeah.
It's available to us. Even folks are coming over here to get in our lines. We're just as available for us to go over there, because a lot of the employers, you may be exposed, you need to go get a test. Well, where can I get tested? Well, in Dade County it's only on Wednesday. Well, it's Thursday. What I do, you can go to Walker County.
Well, actually we test every day, but not the drive-through. Not you have to, if we do the rapid test,
but only if you have symptoms.
But only if you have symptoms.
Yeah.
You have to call the number, and they will ask you questions, and you've got to have those symptoms, and then you can go there in the parking lot. They'll give you a time. They'll come out. It takes about 15-20 minutes, and they can take care of that. But you've got to have symptoms. So they are testing every day. But the drive-through, the simple, the drive-through and staying in your car thing, you got that's just on Wednesdays, just like you said there. In Dade County anyway.
Right. But it's available really every day in North Georgia.
It is in Northwest Georgia.
Yeah, and it's free, no matter where, no matter what department you go to, for that. And I guess we need to, before we get out of the COVID era, we need to mention also the Superior Court is still closed. In
the courts, that's right. Not the Superior Court clerk. Superior Court clerk's office is open, but the court system,
right?
Of our look at Mountain Judicial. That's right. That's right.
County. That's right. It's still closed until after the first of the year. Well, tell us, preparation about wintertime. You've got all that taken care of.
We have.
What else is going on?
We got plenty of salt and rock, and we just kind of, this time of year you just gotta play it by ear and kind of watch the weather, and but we're ready for pretty much anything that might come along our way. We are still doing some patching out there on some of the places. The cold weather will shut that down. Being now that winter's here, it's hard to get material to do that. But The big thing right now is just is County Road 6, and I know it's inconvenienced a lot of people out there on the mountain, but you know, been coming for a long time. We patched that thing past it, and it was time to fix it. And so all I can ask, you know, just bear with us. You know, there's not hardly a day goes by I don't get a call about it. I get a lot of people you wouldn't believe. I get actually more people calling from from Alabama complaining about it than I do our Dade County ones, because Dade County people, they understand, you know, but you wouldn't believe the people that are just aggravated because it kind of inconvenienced them to, you know, to do that. Won't know when it's going to be open back up. But anyway, we're doing we're staying on it, you know, and weather. That's the only thing that kind of hold us back right now. Is hurt us, but you can't control Mother Nature, that's for sure. But
that is
yep.
that is for sure. Ending on somewhat of a positive note, and I don't want to put you on the spot knowing the exact numbers, but I found out yesterday that the number of electrical permits and new homes and things like that that has been really up this year.
No, it is. He's got 6 today. I mean, you know, it's just amazing the people that are building. A lot of these people, you know, are people that have bought property that are moving in here. I mean, it's
right.
coming in, and it's kind of amazing. I think it kind of, a lot of people out of your cities, metro areas are coming out into the more rural areas to kind of get away, you know, from even if they're not going to live here permanently, they want a place where they can kind of, I guess you say, escape, you know, and right. You know, there's a lot of properties sold in Dade County that been for sale for years, you know. I mean, we used to call it Billy Goat land, you know, on the side of these mountains, and people are buying it, you know, and they're permitting. Of course, the trick to that, you know, I mean, is the health department. You know, some people buy, you know, property and they don't even think about, you know, putting a system on it, but a lot of these lands do perk, you know, and they are building smaller homes on there, but the electrical inspections have really been up.
And that is it's a very positive sign for the economy. Very positive.
Well, it is, and
housing.
And look at the splosh. You know, you can look at our splosh numbers. You know, that's where you can tell whether, you know, the revenue's being spent. You know, and they've been up, and hopefully, knock on wood, they'll stay up. But we were worried, you know, through the pandemic, you know, things, you know, taking a drastic drop. But right now,
well, people are
it's not.
At least locally, it's you know, the all of the toilet paper has been bought over the years. They've been this year. So there's been a lot of taxes.
That's amazing.
Being made for that. Commissioner, right fast. We got a couple minutes here. Tell us how we can get in touch with you.
Cell number is 423-667-8999. That's my cell. I do answer that phone 7 days a week. Our office number is 657-4625. And as always, just call myself or any of our commissioners. We're here to help you. We're all public servants, as I say every week, and we do know what that means. Hope everyone, you know, has a safe weekend and stays warm, you know. I mean,
absolutely. Merry Christmas. We will not be here next week, of course, being Christmas Eve. Real quick, we got about 30 seconds. Transfer station is going to be open a half a day on Christmas Eve, but all county offices will be closed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
That's right. But we'll open up the day after Christmas. We will be open, wide open. That's right.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Thank you, and Merry Christmas
to
you.
Merry Christmas to everyone out there. And call me if you need me.
2 minutes before the top of the hour, Newsmaker segment this morning with Dade County Executive Ted Rumley, always on Thursday to talk about what's happening here locally with county government. Quick break, and we'll wrap things up.